today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here in Los Angeles. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis, and he won't quite make it to the 25. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Herbert to throw right away. Short throw to Disley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. First run now for Kyren Williams. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And down he'll go at the 25. A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Stafford on first down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing again at Stafford. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run here with Edwards, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Stafford. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So out come the Chargers. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Byron Young from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Was certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Herbert now. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. L.A. readies for its next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
On first down, Stafford here. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd down and 6. Stafford. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. L.A. set to take over again on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert.
To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They begin the drive with Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
To throw is Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10.
Stafford now to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now it's Stafford. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and 3.
Now Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Chargers offense back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Second and 7. Another run here with Dobbins.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Herbert on 1st down now. And this one finds McConkey.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Herbert.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Herbert back to the air.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Play action. Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
That is caught.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Stafford. He finds Robinson. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Stafford looks to throw again.
We'll get this complete to Whittington.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Stafford on first down. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Stafford. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess is in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half. And now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other. So they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Now Herbert following the turnover.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Johnston on the quick slant.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Quentin Johnston.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range.
but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
To about the 26 here.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Rams are once again back in front.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after here coming up. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Ball
right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Pass out left finds Johnston. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 70 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think you got caught in between and created a foul.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Edwards is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal can get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. They'll try and run. Edwards. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stafford now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily none.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Open man is Palmer.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On first down, it's Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Short throw to Disley. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot.
Now Dobbins.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Will Disley, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed.
unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chargers offense back out and ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Short throw to Disley.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Herbert now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for L.A. .40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
The football going back to the Rams now. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at about the 32.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a 1-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Stafford. And he is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Now Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Williams not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Second and goal from the 6 this time. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Khalil Mack, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. This is caught. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Charger 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and 11. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Fights him off. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. Entertaining ball game. Charles had the lead changes going on in the second half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the fourth quarter, that ultimately was what really stung them.
And you know, it puzzled them during the game. It's going to puzzle them even more when they go back, watch tape, and try and figure it all out. Did they not make the proper adjustments, or were they just outplayed? They'll have to figure that out and get ready for their next one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.